Howdy, howdy, folks. Welcome to Grim Gaming. This is Grim. Today is January 30th, 2025. We're going to be playing the daily challenge on GeoGuessr. We are currently 394 days into our streak. We will hit 395 today and be at the halfway point of the week. We're going to go ahead and jump into this, hopefully getting a good score. But as always, there are 5 3-minute rounds. Moving, panning, zooming is allowed. We will not be moving. We will be panning and zooming, though. The first thing I noticed right off the bat is that there is an antenna here, and there's no front plate here. Well, this is a very rural area. My first thought is that this has to be Puerto Rico. It's not where it would normally be. I don't know that there's even mountains in Puerto Rico. Are there mountains in Puerto Rico? There were some hills, yeah, okay. Some mountains there. This is an east-west road. Mountains to the north, nothing to the south. Could be these mountains. Could be mountains down here. I guess it's fairly mountainous for the most part. It's not a lot of mountains to the south, though. That's what I saw. Just trying to find where there's mountains north. Now, if this is just not Puerto Rico, I don't know what to say. But I'm trying to figure out where there would be mountains north, but still a very I don't know. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna guess right in the middle because can't. Okay, it was right there. That did not. I mean, it looked super, super rural, and that did not really look rural. But it was central, so it was 4,900 points. So I'm glad I didn't continue to stay over there. But it's a good start so far. Now we have a bollard here that I'm not familiar with. We have a sign here. Is this New Zealand? We do have a short plate here, or a short antenna. And we have a New Zealand bollard. Looks kind of like a Chilean bollard, but we are driving left, so this should definitely be New Zealand. I am not the best at guessing. Roll something, I don't know. What I do notice is that it's very flat, so it's limited to some areas of New Zealand. There is a stretch of palm trees, but I don't know. This is the Garden of Remembrance. You don't really see. There's a few there. It's mostly like conifers and stuff. So I don't know. Gloria Hall. I could look and see if I would assume this is North Island, but I'm not 100%. I do think that that's going to be too small to find. But with it being flat, it would have to be on the coastal region in southern. Uh, I'm not seeing. Yeah, see, as soon as you zoom in, there's even more stuff. Um, what I'm doing right now is I have my plonk up north because it could be the closest if, well, is there, and I'm skimming south just in case it'll be annoying if, okay, yeah, let's go over here. So you gotta be this far zoomed in to see it, um, which I probably would not have been. At least, yeah, I mean, that's just super far. We did get the correct island though, so it just kind of looked North Island to me. But now this here, we do have some language up here. I honestly can't tell if that's Thai or um, yep, can't tell if it's Thai or like Cambo or Laos off the bat. The poles definitely look Thai more than Cambo. And that is a Thai flag. Okay, so there is a Thai flag there. That helps. Plus, we got um the black and white stripe thing. Now, the weird thing about that, we got Thai flag colors there as well. The weird thing about that is, I see these a lot more peninsular. Even like mostly, I see like black and white stripe poles like that in Malaysia, but I do see them in Thai sometimes as well. Does that mean this is going to be peninsular? I don't know. It's such a risk if I do go peninsular, though. So I think capital guessing will be the play here. And since I don't read the language, I don't know if it would help, but I think capital guessing would be my best bet, just in case it is here. Normally, I would probably guess here, um, but yeah, so this would have been a much better guess. However, like I said, I do see the black and white stripe pools a lot more peninsular, but we do have a Gulf here. So this should be America or a American thing. We do have English, but we also have um, what looks like Spanish here. So could this be Puerto Rico again? It looks like it is. We have the antenna here and the no front plate. So this is just going to be Puerto Rico again. Um, if we saw like a 77 area code or something like that, we could like verify that way as well. Um, 747 or something like that, maybe. But yeah, I think we're just going to go with this here. It's going to be um, I mean, it's gonna be Puerto Rico. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to find either of these two things. I don't see an actual like place name listed anywhere. Um, so again, what we're gonna do is we're going to central guess here, probably a little bit more over here because it's generally San Juan. It was Mayaguez the other day, and then somewhere down here in Ponce earlier in this round. But that would looked a little bit more rural, even though it wasn't. and that looked maybe a little bit more rural the other day. Yesterday, I don't remember. So we will guess here, and it does look like a San Juan guess would have been better. However, Puerto Rico is small enough that as long as I'm not on the opposite end of the country, I don't lose too many points. So, like, if I just guessed San Juan, I would have made maybe another 50 points. So not too much. This is going to be Ireland here. I can tell because it's got the dashed yellow outer lines. It does have the unkempt hedge here that is fairly common in Ireland and some parts of the UK. I'm not sure what else I could point out for it being Ireland. This sign here is going to be yellow. They have more like American style, like signs than what would be in the UK, you know, other parts of Great Britain, whatever. Um, I can't see any houses, but generally in this rural area, you would also see less two-story houses, more one-story houses. So maybe after this, I'll take a look and see if there's a house up here, and also take a look at this sign up here. But Ireland, as far as I know, is the only country that has the dashed yellow outer lines, like this. Like on a like you can have dashed yellow lines like in like I don't know like I've seen them in Australia, um, but they're usually like at a sidewalk or parking spot or something like that. But as far as like on the road, the dashed yellow outer lines are only in Ireland, as far as I'm aware. Again, we will central guess Ireland because I don't know if I could region guess this without any type of names or anything like that. Even that would be difficult. So we will just central guess this. Again, Ireland is fairly small, not as small as Puerto Rico, so we are 62 miles away, even though it was kind of central, a little bit more north, but not, not like the opposite side of the country. So, but overall, I think we did pretty well. We had one guess, in Thailand, I believe it was, that was uh, 39 something maybe. Um, Other than that, we had two close 4900s in Puerto Rico. We had the Ireland guess here, and we had a fairly close New Zealand guess, which I guess was also somewhat off. I think it was around 100 miles off. Um, so I think New Zealand and Thailand were definitely the two ones that I struggled with. We did get gold though, so that is good. Um, and we're gonna take a look real quick. Yeah, so New Zealand we were about 100 miles off, and then in Thailand we were a little over 200 miles off. Um, so those two were the ones that kind of like threw us off. Obviously, I spent way too much time on each of these rounds. I mean, the Puerto Rico ones, 2 minutes each basically, and um, like I said, I mean, I could have got that same score in 6 seconds. Um, 17 seconds, yeah. Um, yeah, like I said, um, it's one of those things where, those two rounds, I mean, like there's a lot that you can tell is going to be make it Puerto Rico. However, I did promise we were going to look at the Ireland one real quick. So we will open that real quick. And first things first, we're going to go up here and look. See, we have a one-story house up here. Um, you do get one-story houses in the UK as well, but a lot of times you will see like two-story houses as well. Um, but everything you're seeing here is going to be a one-story house. Like also, if you see plates, the UK has yellow rear plates, white front plates. Ireland has white front plates and rear plates. Um, Now, I didn't see any going this direction, but we're gonna go look at that other sign as well. That's obviously right there. So yeah, so in the UK, you would not have these like style signs like this, um, like you would in Ireland. Um, there's another one down here. I passed it. It's hiding. Yeah, so it just says concealed entrance. But you see other of those style signs, and you don't really see those in the UK at all. Um, Obviously, if you see something that says Ireland, something that's going to be there. But yeah, like these signs here, you would not see these in the UK. And then the other thing, speaking of signs, would be is if you see the sign in two languages. So you have, you know, Gaelic and um, English. So um, those are kind of the tips for Ireland. Again, you have a fairly sprawling house here, but it's one story. Um, it's one story there. If you go into, like I said, the UK, um, if you go into the UK into some of the, um, let's just maybe check here. Um, you see, you automatically see like a two-story house right here. You'll see the yellow rear plate here as well. Um, I'd say that's scripted. I'm just saying. I mean, I literally like clicked one random spot in here, and I already got my two-story house. I was going to point out. So, I'm just going to say I'm correct. Like, might as well like see. Here's another two-story house. So you don't always see the two-story houses, but um, you have a much higher chance of seeing a two-story house like this in the UK than you would Ireland. Um, so, um, like I said, that's not always useful, but it's one thing to pay attention to. Generally, the hedges in the UK generally appear to be a little bit more well maintained. So if I see a unruly hedge, um, I generally would lean more Ireland than the UK anyway, but um, so when you see like this hedge here, like it's not really like kept up or anything like that. It's not. It's a little bit more unruly. Um, you'll, let's just click another spot. Let's go maybe here. Like I said, you just see these like I just say unruly hedges. What they look like. Now this place doesn't have a lot of hedges, but to me, well, this looks maybe a little bit more kept up. But it looks a little bit more unruly than the one in um, that we were looking at before. Like some parts look like it's kept pretty good. But like you get up here and it's like it's still the same hedge. It's just not in good, you know, not in good shape here. Let me see if I can go back over here to someplace that might have um, a sign. So, like, that is one thing. That's a flashing one. That's not the typical one. Um, I believe that was a flashing sign. I could be wrong. Yeah. So let's see if maybe there's a different. I don't see a. Got the giveaway there. I wonder if and like if you're trying to decide between Australia and New Zealand, I believe Australia has black giveaway and New Zealand has red words. The words inside the thing. Let's see if this is right. Yeah, see this here. Yeah, like we have this triangular shaped thing, red border, white background, black um, road thing. Whereas with the Irish one, we had the uh, diamond shaped yellow um, with the black road shape here. So you'd see this in the UK. You'd see the diamond yellow shaped ones, which are more uh, U.S. style or American style, because you see them in other countries like North and South America. But Ireland is about the only one that has the ones that look like that. Maybe, yeah, so like this style here, but there was an actual one with the obviously if you guys watched the whole video, you saw it already, but go back and take a look at it just to say we did. It was right here. Mm, yeah, so like it's a um, diamond shaped with yellow and the black markings. So very different than the UK. So lots of different ways you can tell Ireland and the UK. It just depends on what you it's, like I said, it's rough hedge here. Rough hedge here. Um, I don't know much about the polls in either country, so I can't comment on those. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of ways to tell the UK versus Ireland. It just depends on what clues you happen to have available at the time, and sometimes you don't have them. Yeah, those are all a bunch of different ways. Anyway, regardless, we did get our gold medal today. $420 off total. A 10 minute run. Another 15 minutes probably talking. But overall, not too off the bad. I am happy about getting gold. Um, and yeah, I guess the main thing though is that we continued that streak to 395. So we are still going. We are still potentially pushing towards that 1,000. Again, that is a very long way away. I mean, it's still almost 2 years away, so a lot can happen in that time. But anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. Y'all have a good day and be safe.